Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/PettyRevenge. In today's episode, snooping in mom's medicine cabinet. Horrible roommate with insane boyfriend who won't leave? By E.E. Ex-boss accused me of reporting his illegally downloaded software, so I did it anyway. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Snooping in mom's medicine cabinet. My mother and stepfather would often hang out with his best friend, his girlfriend, Jade, and two other couples. Whenever they came to our house, Mom would notice things moved and missing from her medicine cabinet. Fed up, she brought it up and the dinner table. Believing it was Jade but not wanting to accuse, she asked was anyone in need of a Tylenol or something similar because someone keeps going in the medicine cabinet. Everyone looked confused and Jade said maybe it's your daughter, me. She said maybe then dropped. Next get together, my mother drilled a hole in the top of the cabinet and filled it with marbles. 10 minutes into dinner, Jade excused herself to use the bathroom. We all hear the crash of many marbles crashing into the sink. Jade assumed no one heard and tried putting them back. Came out of the bathroom like nothing happened. My mother said, before you leave, you owe me about $250 for all the makeup and skincare products you've lifted. She acted appalled. Her boyfriend said, shut up, we heard you and we're leaving now. Mom got her money and Jade became single again. Miss my mother and her brilliant but petty mind. Horrible roommate with insane boyfriend who won't leave? By E.E. Managed to find an awesome house to rent after college with two other friends. One was my good buddy from undergrad, let's call him Ben. The other was someone who I'd gotten to know through another close friend, and let's call her Crystal. Everything is all fine, and actually great for quite some time. Lived our own lives, but had a great time hanging out together too. The perfect roommate situation. That is, until Crystal started dating Pablo. Pablo was the ultimate deadbeat with a Napoleon complex. Just a little over a month into our lease, Pablo got evicted from his place, and Crystal asked if he could stay for a short period while he looked for a new place. Being understanding and empathetic, and trusting Crystal, we had no reason not to. We said sure as long as it's temporary. Big mistake. Pablo lost his job. Pablo had been dishonorably discharged from the military. Pablo was an unsuccessful gambler. Pablo was a drunk. It was New Orleans, so it's not like any of us had a leg to stand on here, but he was a dangerous drunk. He would verbally abuse Crystal, waking up the whole household in the middle of the night with fights. He killed her pet fish by running it under scalding hot water. He would hurl racial slurs at my then boyfriend. He broke Ben's Wii. On numerous occasions, he left the front door wide open. Anyone who knows New Orleans knows this is a bad move, even in the safest areas. He left an empty pot on the stove with the burner on, and I came home to a house full of smoke. He was really putting everyone's lives in danger. Ben and I decided to have a house meeting to discuss our concerns with her, and, knowing that sometimes emotions can flare, we came with a written agenda so as to just stick to the facts. Yet Crystal defended him and offered no solution to when he would be leaving and finding his own place. Spoiler, he never would. Really rubbing salt in the wound, Pablo had gambled much of their money and Crystal was having trouble making rent 1 month. She asked if she could borrow it and pay me back next paycheck. Again, being a trusting empath, and feeling like we had no other choice, I did. I was furious to find out that the two of them had left for a long weekend at a casino resort in Mississippi before having paid me back. Well, now, for the petty revenge. I had been working 2 full-time jobs. I saved like crazy, and it was 2008 and housing prices had dipped. I decided to buy my own home. Ben knew all about this, so did my landlady, and was planning to be my roommate in the new house, but I never mentioned a single word to Crystal. I found a great place, made an offer, and closed a little thereafter. just so happened that the day I closed on the house, when we were already planning to move and just get the hell out of Dodge, Crystal and Pablo took one of their famous casino getaways. We got around 15 to 20 of our close friends, one of whom had an enormous truck and a giant flatbed. Of course someone did, it was Louisiana. Many hands make light work, and within a few short hours the entire house other than their room was cleared out. Oh, did I mention, all the furniture, all the kitchen stuff, everything in the common rooms belonged to either me or Ben. Crystal and Pablo returned home at the end of a full day of gambling, only to find a completely empty house except for their room. We told them we had switched the utilities, that were under my name, to the new house, and we had informed the landlady, and paid out our share of the remainder of the lease. The looks on their faces was priceless. We left and never saw them again. Hallelujah. Ex-boss accused me of reporting his illegally downloaded software, so I did it anyway. I left the job on what I thought was good terms after 6 months. The work wasn't as challenging as I'd hoped, and the company was very small. As a younger person, I wanted to be somewhere bigger. A few months later, out of the blue, I get a call from a private number. It was my old boss. He didn't bother to make small talk and went straight to asking if I'd reported his use of downloaded software. I didn't know this at the time, but he admitted it right there and then. It's illegal to make money off software you're not paying for. He was really paranoid and said the software company was onto him, without elaborating. When I told him I had absolutely no idea what he was talking about and that I was quite annoyed by his call, he raised his voice and became threatening. Clearly he'd been holding a grudge. I was so pissed off I reported him straight after the phone call ended. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.